Well, if you're a longtime fan of Campus Unmasked, you might remember last fall when we reported on Colorado State University, which advised students to avoid gendered emojis, warning about the color and genders of the little icons in particular. Well, little did I know, but the school also has an inclusive language guide that advises students not to use words like crazy and even hip hip hooray. I've been reporting on this stuff for 3 years, and I've honestly never seen a guide this unhinged. Let's take a look. A task force at Colorado State University has published what I think is the most comprehensive language policing guide ever. There are more than 100 terms, and I could probably do a whole video on each of them, but I'll hone in on a couple of really crazy ones. Actually, I'm not allowed to use the word crazy, nuts, or maniac because they're apparently too tied up with mental illness, and the task force that got paid to create this guide isn't a big fan of context. Colorado State also dislikes the terms addicted and like crack, saying they can harm people suffering from drug abuse. I scrolled to the C's to learn that cakewalk apparently has a history linked to slavery, and the school recommends replacing eeny, meeny, miny, mo with randomly selected because the school says the original song included a racial slur. You know, I actually looked that one up, and it turns out that yes, some versions do use the N-word, but one, it's unknown whether that's the original version, and two, I seriously doubt anyone who uses that expression or cakewalk nowadays even know of these connotations. If the left is about reclaiming concepts like they try to do with socialism, doesn't this kind of undermine that? So Colorado State claiming hip hip hooray was used during the Holocaust when rounding up Jews is another instance of this. The Bustle link they use doesn't mention it, and I only found HuffPost and a couple other sites discussing it, but simply no one uses it with that implication nowadays. And rounding out the craziness, you have a suggestion not to use hold down the fort because it was apparently used when defending against American Indians, and then the term normal person, for which there's apparently no replacement, as it is never appropriate to use this phrase to describe a person. Yeah, well, I definitely won't use normal person to describe whomever wrote this, don't worry. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.